The government's inflation strategy is like a bad Tinder date. It swipes left on your savings, ghosts your paycheck, and still expects you to split the bill for its $34 trillion debt. The latest Consumer Price Index, CPI report, revealing a 3.2% annual inflation spike in February, isn't just a number. It's a glaring indictment of decades of reckless government meddling in the economy. While the Biden administration scrambles to spin this as progress from peak 2022 levels, the truth is clear. This crisis is the direct result of socialist-leaning fiscal policies, central bank malfeasance, and a bloated welfare state that refuses to let the free market breathe. The root of this disaster traces back to the unchecked expansion of government power. Trillions in COVID relief cash, dumped into the economy by both Trump and Biden administrations, flooded markets with artificial demand. Now, as the Federal Reserve scrambles to hike interest rates, a pathetic 5.25% target after years of near-zero rates, the irony is palpable. The same institution that enabled this mess by monetizing debt now pretends to fix it with blunt tools that punish small businesses and savers. Core inflation, stubbornly stuck at 3.8%, exposes the lie that targeted government intervention works. Soaring shelter costs, up 5.7% annually, and volatile energy prices aren't mere market fluctuations. They're the inevitable outcome of a regime that stifles housing development with zoning laws, attacks domestic energy production, and bribes consumers with student loan forgiveness and stimulus checks. Let's be clear, the Federal Reserve is no hero. Its very existence distorts the economy, creating boom-bust cycles through artificial money printing. By keeping rates artificially low for years, the Fed incentivized reckless borrowing, inflated asset bubbles, and eroded the dollar's value. Now, as Americans struggle with inflated grocery bills, up 2.2% in February alone, the political class shrugs and demands more control. Economists at the Mises Institute have long warned that central banking is a scam, a government cartel that enables endless deficit spending. The CPI report proves it. When you divorce currency from reality, like the gold standard, you get politicians buying votes with cheap money while the rest of us pay the price. The White House response? Double down on failure. Proposing price controls on prescription drugs, rent, and utilities will only exacerbate shortages. Fixing inflation by regulating markets is like treating a hangover with another shot of vodka. Meanwhile, the push for $15 minimum wages forces small businesses to cut jobs or raise prices, hurting the very people progressives claim to help. True solutions require brutal honesty. Slash the federal budget, abolish the Fed, deregulate energy, housing, and labor markets. Let prices fall naturally as competition replaces cronyism. Instead, the Biden administration peddles green subsidies and greedflation conspiracy theories, scapegoating businesses for the government's addiction to spending. The solution? Abolish the Fed/spending and restore freedom. True solutions require dismantling the bureaucratic machinery causing this crisis. Congress must end the Fed's monopoly, legalize competing currencies like gold or cryptocurrency to break the government's stranglehold on money, audit and abolish federal programs, shut down redundant agencies, repeal the IRA and eliminate corporate welfare, deregulate markets, remove barriers to drilling, construction, and innovation to unleash supply and drive down prices, flatten the tax code, replace income taxes with a simplified system that rewards productivity, not lobbying. Inflation isn't an act of God, it's a policy. Every dollar printed, every regulation imposed, and every entitlement expanded steals power from individuals and hands it to bureaucrats. Until we dismantle the socialist machinery causing this crisis, no CPI report will ever bring relief. The path forward isn't more government solutions, it's radical economic liberty, and the courage to let the market clean up Washington's mess. The real inflation rate is far higher than 3.2%, as the CPI underweights sectors gutted by government interference. Want to end the crisis? Abolish the Fed, repeal the income tax, and watch prosperity return when the parasites in DC lose their grip. Transition to VIPTradingSystem.com, the world's #1 AI-powered trading tool that tells you when to buy and sell on all trading markets, with 93% wins. Click on the link in the description and get started for only $1.